UWITV now presents the Technical Vocation Education and Training Program.
Making math understandable for TVET students using technology. A case for Alex. Say it. Say Alex.
Alex.
Say it again.
Alex.
Say it one more time.
Alex.
Alex. Alex. Say it to the person next to you. Make sure you got it right.
Alex.
Say I for Alex. This is the Caribbean. I for Alex. Say I for Alex. So what is Alex? Assessment. Help me. Repeat after me. Assessment. And learning. In knowledge. Space. Good. So it's an acronym. It's an acronym for assessment and learning in knowledge space. Okay? Got it? Look over your shoulder and see if the person next to you has it, and then we go. Okay, so I'm from BTVI, Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute. Yay! The only one in the Bahamas, and the struggle is real. For numeracy across the Bahamas, as well as in the Caribbean, the struggle is real. So what's the goal? We have an ultimate goal, and we've talked about it before. The agenda is quick. It looks like a lot there, but it's not a lot because I pretty much gave you the scenario already. You're already in the zone. All right? So we're going to look at the promise, the product, the process, the progress, and the plan forward. So what's our passion? What's our promise? It's math success for all. It's everybody needs basic math. Repeat after me. Everybody needs basic math. Is that true? Listen, it's the gateway for careers. At my school, in my country, BGCSE, you need 5, including what? Math and English. If you're going to foreign to college, SAT is math and English. If you're going to ACT, the other one sometimes they use, what do you need? Math and English. You don't need calculus, but you need fundamental basic math. And the challenge is our kids are falling apart with fundamental math. One of the reasons our mission is to replace the one size fits all. To give you some different chairs, yeah? So you can get comfortable. We want a bridge. We want math to be a bridge and not a barrier. That's the goal. To remove the barriers and to liberate students and teachers. Notice I say students and teachers. Free. Say free, liberation, free. Okay, so the ultimate goal is fundamental math strong enough to pursue any career. Key, say to me, strong enough. Keyword, strong enough. Because they come with a little, but it ain't strong enough to help them to get to this. To help them to graduate and pursue the careers that they're interested in. The construction persons, and they come to BTVI, and this is a thought. Oh, I'm going to a technical school, so I don't need math. Do you have that thing? I don't need math. So just take me into carpentry, just take me into I don't need math. And they come with that mentality. And this is some of the statistics that we have at campus. I went too far? Okay. So as we looked for a program to help us at BTVI, we were guided with principles. And one of the things our theme talks about, the TVET principles, they talk about what? Principles. Because whatever program or whatever you decide to use should be grounded in principles. Yes? And so the NCTM, the National Council for Teachers of Mathematics, they have these 6 components that represent high quality math programs. They talk about equity. They talk about curriculum, teaching, learning, assessment, and technology. And so what is Alex? What is Alex?
Assessment and learning and knowledge.
Beautiful. So that's a product that we found. And why did we use Alex? Because it's grounded in research. It's grounded in research. It started back all the way in 1983. 1980 was the cognitive discussions that they have about how do you learn math? How do you get students to understand it? McGraw-Hill Alex is one of those pillars of education. We use their textbooks all the time. You grow up on McGraw-Hill? We grew up on McGraw-Hill. And they partnered, they actually took the partnership was in 1999, and then they actually connected and purchased the Alex software and became the distributors of it. So it's grounded in research, it's grounded in the credibility of the McGraw-Hill product. Some of the components, adaptive. Adaptive online system. Two things, online and adaptive. Adaptive. What do I mean by adaptive? Adaptive means it doesn't matter where you're at. The system will adapt so that it can design an individual learning path for you. So in a class of 40, I've been a teacher for over 25 years. I taught all levels up to university level. And the gaps that exist, if you don't have an adaptive program, you are actually, the task is almost impossible. Because we have some master teachers, but the task is almost impossible in 1 year to get every student in your class of 40 to the level that they should be at. There is improvement, and you see it, but the mastery is almost impossible for that one teacher. So it's the adaptive system, it's a rigorous curriculum that aligns itself to what you're doing. When I found Alex in 2016, I'd say fate brought it to me. Because I was pursuing I wanted the specialist math certification. It's just gone. And then what I said was, Lord, I need something to help my kids, because it started to become a burden for me to see them struggle at the basics, to see them come to the university, to the institute, and watch them drop because they can't do basic math. And so when fate brought Alex to me, I began to dance. You know what I started with the dance? Because I dance. You don't have to teach the way we teach anymore. Okay. Adaptive, solid curriculum, individualized learning, detailed reports. This is what makes you dance. We know about neurons, yeah? How does neurons do? Neurons don't function well by themselves. Actually, they don't do anything by themselves. They have to do what? Connect. And I call it the neuron dance. And so when they connect, the more they connect, the harder the dance floor gets. And the harder it gets, the more engaged and the easier it is for you to get in this. So Alex is the first program that actually embeds the knowledge space theory. What the knowledge space theory is, all this thing I have up here, it just means all of this here is possibilities. This here, in the blue, is what the students know. On the outside is what the students need to know. So what the system does is the system connects. The system always gives the students what they need to know, but they loop it to something that they already know. But that's what teachers do. What do we call it? We move from concrete to abstract. Because if you start with abstract, there's nothing to connect it to. So just how the teacher, so Alex is actually going to help me. It's like a human tutor. Except that it's online and you have access 24/7. And the students get dance without you. Did we think that's possible? Because we teachers think that they can't dance without us. Only think that sometimes, not all of you. Okay. So what's the paradigm? It's an Alex educational paradigm. Is this true? It's been equality forever. Everybody gets the same size, the same teacher, the same instructions, the same questions, the same homework. You help me. The same time to turn in the same day, to write the same, even though I don't do well in written tests, it don't make no difference because I'm not going to create a different assessment because that's all it is. An assessment, it's got to be written and everybody has to write it. Why can't I do an oral assessment? Why? You're only testing what? What I know. So why are we stuck on just having it written? Everybody needs to sit in a class with a desk, with a clock, and an invigilator, and here we go. That's equality, and we've been doing it for decades. Yes? But what are we moving to? Equity. This man don't need no son. He already over the gate. He don't give it to the little one who can't see. You understand what I'm saying? And then look at this one here. Did you even notice he's up there? This is the privilege, the real privilege, the real private independent schools. They like, wait, I mean, like, come on, bro, why you need to go 1, 2, 3, 4 up? One would be enough, right? Because he'll be over everybody and over the, but that's the reality. So what am I talking about right now? I'm talking about a program that does what? I just do a little liberation move for me, just like free, just like I'm free. You know, I'm free. You know what it is? You know what it is to be free? Let me tell you. At BTVI, let me tell you, all of my teachers have not gotten the revelation. A couple of us got it. But guess what? You no longer have to write exams, mark exams, record exams, use textbooks. Oh shucks, what are you talking about? That's not possible. You no longer have to guess the deficiencies of different students because the reports that Alex generates tells you exactly what the student got wrong, where he's at, and where they need your help. So where you come in is you only step up when you need me. You only call me if you. So you have 2 examples for 1 hour. No longer necessary. Good. Liberation, I like it. I just can park there and then I can move fast. Yeah, not just for you as teachers. I talk to you as parents. I talk to you as parents, as aunts, as uncles, as nephews. You have nephews, nieces who struggling with math. They need basic mathematics in order to get into any career that they wish. Because if they want to do digital, what do you need? You can't get into the college because you have to do developmental math. Because that's what you need. So whether you're a teacher who you could directly impact the class, or you have some cousin, family, it's something that you want to share. Yep, okay. Running, is that a reality? They try to get there. They try to get here. When they leave high school, they're right there. And you know where they are in here? I'm going to show you some statistics at the end of this, both in the Caribbean and in the Bahamas, where we understand that they're falling in here. The Jamaican Observer report talks about CXC becoming a concern for the Minister of Education. Why? Because we failing and the children failing, and every year the failure rate gets a little worse than the year before. And so if we don't do something quickly, as we fail in the Caribbean, you know what's happening in Singapore? Help me. They're going this way. And I'm going to show you something surprising, that the countries are already ahead of us on Alex. Which means, if we don't move quickly, we're already behind, and they're already using tools to advance them. So, okay. I'm not going to say it, you tell me, you say it. Okay, keep me on my time. All right. So, 75% of the students we have needed remediation. The skills gap we talk about, the inconsistency between homework and tests. They do a homework, they do something in class, and you're like, my God, I just gave that to you. How you get that wrong? It was just yesterday that we went over that. The inconsistency, the lack of confidence, the lack of motivation. Prior to Alex at BTVI, there was a 63%, oops, go back, sorry. There was a 63% pass rate in the department. We brought in Alex and it went up to 89%. The 75% is just the beginning of 2019. We are already at 75%. Which means by the end of the year, that where we're going, we should be able to kind of snatch a couple more out of that struggle, that rut. Yeah? It's the same thing with the improvement as it relates to the hours. When we started in 2017, the students went around for about 14 hours average. Because everybody was like, what is this new thing? This more work. What else do you want to bring in here? Yeah, this extra. And then in 2018, they realized that it was transforming lives. In 2019, the first half, the first semester, we're now, the average student is spending 27 hours on Alex. Because it's working. And they're seeing it. I'm going to show you. Okay. Can you see that? I'm going to just highlight a couple things here. And I intentionally put this here because I want you to see something, because this is how Alex works. Alex has what we call an initial knowledge check. And please forgive me if I keep referring to the teachers in here. I know all of you are not teachers, yes? But it has an initial knowledge check. That is what happens when you enter a new class. Because whoever is instructing needs to know what? Where you are. Because in order to direct you to where you need to go, it means I need to know where you're at. So look here. There's one thing that's common. Every single student that took the initial test improved, without exception. Every single one. Now, the level or how much you improve is directly related to what? The amount of time that you spend. But isn't that normal? Okay, I would like what they call a beach body. I'm working on a beach body for summer. But now I only doing I go on the machine every other week. What's the likelihood? 0. Ain't nothing to move. Ain't nothing to move by August if there is 0 every other week that I go on the machine. But my consistency will reflect in my appearance. It's the same thing here. So here we have, I want to do 2. There was the 5% person, and we look at him and, wow, this person, did you actually get 5% on an initial assessment? Yes, because that's real. And over here though, 9 topics in the initial test, but this person, 13 hours, and this is over a 7-week period. 7 weeks, but they improved by 15%. Let's go to somebody to the top here. Here we go, 46%. This is F. 46 is what? F. 81 is what? B. In 7 weeks, you move from an F to a B. Come down here. Here's some Fs. 47 is an F. You move from an F to a C. You move from 16, go to student 7. Student 7 did an initial test of 16%. And at the end of 7 weeks, I'm talking a year, you know, this is 7 weeks in the semester. But, okay, 5 minutes, wrap it up. Okay. So in 16, from 16 to 98, that's from a solid F, you know, we call solid F. You know, some F's ain't fully solid, right? That's from a solid F to a solid A. Why? Without a teacher. There was no instructions in the classroom. This is a method we call emporium. You know what that means? We have all the students in the lab on the computer, 4 hours a week, 2 periods. 2 double periods, Monday and Wednesday, or Tuesday and Thursday, in the lab, with the instructor moving from student to student as need. So if the gifted child gets stuck, the instructor says, where are you? Here I come. If the other child is stuck, where are you? Here I come. So the instructor now becomes a facilitator. So the burden of carrying these things dissipates. You're now a facilitator. So you can sit at your desk. Are you good? Good? Everybody good? Or you can go to your, I'm going to go straight to this document. 5 minutes. That's what we said. They're learning, they're getting to the same goal. Sorry. They're getting to the same goal, but what? Some taking 9 hours. Some taking 13 hours. Some getting there right away. But it doesn't matter. Keyword here. Help me. Read that together for me, please. To the top. The route to mastery, not the race to mastery. Touch somebody and tell them that, please. Touch somebody else. Touch somebody else. Tell them it ain't the race to mastery. That's what we're killing our kids with. It ain't the race. It's the most efficient route to mastery. And Alex decides that with its artificial intelligence, it depicts that and it says, you know what? Guess what? You don't know, so let me take you back to what you need to know. And I'm going to only give you what you are ready to know. I still have 5 minutes. Don't lift it up. So it's artificial intelligence. It's a customization of a rich and rigorous curriculum. It is based in competency assessment. Help me with that. Say it. Competency assessment. When you have finished an Alex gives you a certificate, because it gives you a certificate at the end of the program, you would have mastered that course. And it's research based. Remember we talked about the things that makes that quality product? This is what Dr. Weber talked about. Listen, people, the baby born in, oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. I can say it bad. I can say bad English because I teach math. The baby born in, touch screen. Listen, people, they cannot turn on the calculators we use in class. They don't know how to turn on the calculators because everything is touch screen, but we taking them into books. It ain't going to happen. And Dr. Weber said it to us today. People, wake up. It's 26 hours, it's Facebook. They sleep with it on their chest. When it go book, they answer. So you stand in front of the class with a textbook, I guarantee you, after 10 seconds, ain't nobody in your run. Ain't nobody on your run. I give you maximum 10 minutes. And the brilliant ones paying attention. The rest of the class, we have finally gotten a product where we can actually bring liberty to the teacher, liberty to the students, and equality and equity for everybody. God, they get you smiling. All right. And the market said go. So that's how you customize. I'm gonna run now. That's the final. I'm gonna run. So this is how how your content looks. I know I pressed that power just now. They're just telling me it's time to go. Okay. This here is where all you need to do is tick. Listen to me, people. You tick your syllabus. You go through it and you tick. You tick what you want, and what you don't want, you leave. So when I finish ticking, then this is what I get. Remember I told you about the reports? This is the reports. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Okay. So there's your reports.
Yeah. Point into the computer.
Okay, that's probably what it is. Okay, because I know it ain't me. I know it ain't me. So, but I'm gonna show you something. Okay. You see this? If you can see from there, you see what's happening here? It means they are giving a timing. I can go on this until exactly, I can tell you what my students did, how long my student was on the system, what did they learn, what they got wrong. You see this one over here? I gotta use a pointer, don't go off, please. Okay, you see where the X is the red? That means the student got that wrong. You see all these greens? It means they're the question they got right. And if we were in real time, if I click that, they will show you exactly what they did to get it wrong. Jesus. Do you know Finland moved from rags to riches? Do you know how come? They have 2-3 teachers in the classroom. But we got better than them. They only got 2. We got 40 with Alex. That means Alex is a tutor for every single person in the class, which means we can catch up. Yes. Which means we have hope, because you don't have to. 1 minute, that 1 minute been going for a little while. Here we go. It's a 90% correction rate. That's the success rate. 90%. That's the certificate that they get. Go on, here we go. Fundamental, this is the cycle. This is the... Okay, that's my minute. Okay, I got you, go on. That's the cycle they go through. They learn, they assess, but that's what you do. You teach and you test. You teach, you test. You teach, you test. It's the same thing. Good, go on. Remember I told you it all over the world? Except in the Caribbean. Except in the Caribbean. Listen, it in Europe, it in Mexico, it in Latin America, it in Canada, it in Asia, it in the Middle East, it in Africa, in India, in Australia. But there's only about a couple in the Bahamas. Not the Bahamas, and only a couple in the region. So, how can you implement it? Like I did the Emporium, you could use it as a core, as a supplement, as a special ed, response to intervention, college, career readiness, after school, summer program, blended thing. Go, 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 go. Help me run this. Benefits for everybody. For the stakeholder, it's cheap. Listen to me, it's affordable. And trust me when I tell you that. For the students, they no longer have the intimidation and the embarrassment of raising their hand in class if they don't have a question. They can sit in the privacy of their home 24/7 at 2 a.m. and do one question 10 times until they get it right. No teacher looking at them, no student laughing at them, nothing. Yep. So for the, I can tell you all the things for the teacher, and let the church say. And here I go. I'm done. I'm gone. Just here we go. We know about PISA. 62% of students in the region do not have basic math. Basic means high school. Basic means junior and senior. The LAC, the Latin American and Caribbean region, according to OECD, ranks at the bottom in math. The Caribbean education system, the OECD says, is not helping the low achievers. USEF says the secondary CS had 5 subjects, like we talked about the 5 subjects that you need to get into anywhere. 37% only got 5 with math and English with C and above, which means a hell of a lot of them can't enter nowhere. You you feeling me? They can't go nowhere. So what's gonna happen? They can't even come to the technical school to get a skill because you need basic math to start with. And in the Bahamas, I told you, this 67%, that was at BTVI. Our actual BGCSE, national exam result, is 23%. 23% of the people got 5 BGCSE with math and English. Hi, region. Hi, region. I come here because I need us to put, the students need to start dancing again. Them neurons need to connect. We need to get out of the way, move out of the equality kind of concept thing that we've been in for a little while, and move into equity. Hey, home. What's our plan moving forward? I want to be free. Free. Help me sing. Free to know the things I do. Free. Y'all never close books all day. Y'all don't know what red teachers in there. You'll have a stack of books that you carry home tomorrow. In the bucket, on the bed, your husband and wife. Listen, leave your stuff to school. No more. Okay. And I'm ending here. Alex, repeat after me. Alex. Anywhere. For anyone. Anytime. Help me, Alex. Anywhere. For anyone. Okay. What's the next piece? Anytime. So help me sing it. Alex. Alex. Anywhere. Finish. Alright, let's read this piece and then you can sing the next piece. Alex for everyone. Alex for everyone, everywhere, anytime. Now let me tell you why I said everyone. It does all of math. It goes to college algebra, it does physics, it does chemistry, it does accounting, it has some business components. Which means, I tell you, every single person with Gustavo at BTVI campus on Alex. Everyone, including the pre-calculus. Including the pre-calculus class. You know why? If Alex says that you're going to learn 2 topics per hour, there is no way in the classroom I can teach 40 students 2 topics an hour. Impossible. 2 topics average per hour. Which means you could set them free. And so, Alex, let's read this one because you don't get that one I was trying to sing just now. Alex for everyone. Everywhere. Anytime. Okay, so I'm going to rest the clicker down because I finished because you got to sing it to me. Okay, let's just talk it. Tell 2 people. So say to 2 people. Tell 2 people because they ain't got your name. They mix your name because they know who they sitting next to. Tell them your name and say Alex for everyone, everywhere, anytime, or everything. Yes. Now, let me tell you this, and we're done. It is. Do you have a smartphone? Yeah. Type in aleks.com. Right there, right now. And let me tell you, there's a free trial. There's a free trial for students. There's a free trial for the instructor. Go home and try it. And if you don't like it, I ask you to find an alternative. Because do you know why everybody in BTVI is using it? There is no current alternative. Is that true? So if you're going to say I'm not going to use it, that's perfectly good. Give your students an alternative. Don't let you be the only person in your class, the only person that provides all the resources wrapped up in you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Miss Alex. I have Alex on my car. Ask that.
Yeah.
I have Alex on the back windshield. I have Alex on the 2 sides. I'm Miss Alex. I'm known in Bahamas as Miss Alice. But my real name is Mrs. O'Brien. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
UWITV has just presented the Technical Vocation Education and Training Program.